Alright, Freelancer actually winning. So I guess we're doing Freelancer by the look of it. I've already got the right music on. I started that Freelancer channel. I'm thinking I'm gotta re-upload the files for people to download, but I'm thinking I'm probably gonna post the install instructions and download links again in there so you can play on this mod with me, or just play a base install of Freelancer if you want to. So if you're interested in playing Freelancer, because you can't buy the game anymore, it's like shareware now. I'm pretty sure it's officially shareware, maybe not. Don't ask Microsoft about that, better to ask for forgiveness. But basically, if you want to play Freelancer, you want to play this mod, I'm probably going to post it in the Freelancer channel. Like I said, I would do shit like that. Though it's not multiplayer yet. Well, the mod's multiplayer, but we'd have the server up for it. We'd have to host the server. Luckily, I kind of know how to do that, but I need to get my friend to help me if we do that again. Freelancer, alright. Boom. Can we get a half-hour of Unhinged Rant? You can get that with Freelancer, because I can do Freelancer while I talk, I think. Because I'm just going to be blasting Xenos again. Yeah. We just like to do a little bit of shooting. Eager to put on the rogue hat and terrorize people? Yeah, I want you. I want you there, Byzantine. I want you doing it. That's right, we were in the big old hammerhead playing with big missiles yesterday. Bye-bye. Oh, nice move, but... Yeah, nice fucking move, actually, AI. That was like... What the fuck was that? You did like a Cobra maneuver or something. What the fuck was that? Oh, you're running. Shit, come back here. I actually don't know what that move was. It was like an engine kill I didn't see coming. They must have been engine killing. It was none of your business what it was, yeah. It's mind your own fucking business. Okay, if you want both, you guys have to give me a topic to rant about, though, while I shoot things. You see how hard it is with the heavies to stay on our target when they don't want you to? It's more consensual. That's how I imagine we were talking about capship yesterday, too. That's how I imagine capship combat as well. Like, if you're small, you probably really have to consent to fighting a capship for it to get to blow you up. Then maybe you could have some really fucked up fun shit, like, Dude, this bounty hunter is fighting this one. I kind of just want to watch. Here's some fucked up fun shit, like have like a really specialized cruiser that's just like a missile cruiser. Navy games love doing missile cruisers. Want some help with missiles? Oh my. God. Imagine a capital ship. A little cruiser that's just whole thing is just, it has like fucking 4 ICBM ports. And just sits 10 kilometers away, just firing against battleships. That's what I really want as well. Is I would really like it if there was a way to do like sensor and AWACS gameplay in this in a fun way. I'm not sure if there's a, with mechanics, if you could do it without a ton of like really hard coding work. Because sensor gameplay already exists in this, it's just very simple. You know, you have sensors on your ship. You can have different types of scanners that have different ranges at which you can scan a ship's cargo as well. But like enemies don't even spawn in at until like 2 km usually, I think, normally with most enemies. But it'd be interesting if you could have like, you know, like, oh, we've got like the support ship here, and it has like one of its benefits over just having another fighter is it has like a special like AWACS radar, right? Like, you can see enemies around you, like, for 10 kilometers or 20 kilometers or something. You know, something fun like that. It'd be fun to specialize in something like that, you know? It'd be like the command ship, basically. You'd be like, there's this really dope mod for Freelancer. That's a Star Wars mod. Where they had, like, this whole thing coded up. It was crazy. Where you could be like a carrier and like give commands on like a tactical map to like your AI ships and like send them out from the carrier to attack and defend. And it'd be cool to have like a ship that like is more around that. You know, as like a command and control ship that really specializes in that kind of shit. For AI or player wingmates, buffing them and supporting them and giving them info instead. Having that commander view. That was a bad missile launch, but he turned into it. He's fucked. Because it's the thing, right? You know, it's always a fun idea, but can you make that into a fun game? That's the thing. Like, command and control and, you know, advanced, like, sensing warfare and stuff like that. That's like people's jobs. It's not necessarily fun. And it's very easy to put that into a game and just be like, this seems like a cool idea, but it's actually just like stupid, horrible bloat. But I wonder if there's a way to do it like in a fun way while keeping it simple and abstract. Like abstracting that kind of gameplay into something that's interesting would be cool, keeping it simplified. Just like expanding Freelancer's existing sensor stuff to be a little more than basic would be interesting. Perhaps. Same as it'd be interesting to expand the missile gameplay too. Really, I just always want more excuses to have, like, specialized ships that aren't just about combat, even if the game's mostly about combat. I love to have a combat game that has fun, alternative gameplay styles that are all about not killing shit, but instead just supporting the people who are. And I want to emphasize the word fun. Like, it's not really enough for me to just have it be like, alright, you drive a truck back and forth, like we were just talking about Foxhole. You know, and you, like, grind Minecraft materials. I mean, like, actually, like, you have, like, a support role in the fights. And also because, yeah, I think it's really understated the effect that, like, good battlefield oversight can have on a fight in any kind of game. For the same reason as we were talking about before, it's hard to keep track of things. Ow, 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 ow! When you're busy fighting. I'd love to have like a wing leader in a game like this. It's just basically saying like right now, like you need to fucking pull off that guy and shoot the guy behind you, like pay attention. And then like tasking someone else like, hey, I need you to go and cover the very heavy fighter's back because it's getting roasted right now. It's the kind of shit that you are not gonna pay attention to or be mindful of if you're just trying to live and survive in a fight like this and without the situational awareness. But if you have like a top-down view, you know, you have the capability to do shit like that. Exactly, like a homeworld type command where one of you is commanding and the rest of you are the ships flying around. Yeah, like Natural Selection 2 I think was great for that. Yeah, hey my baby. Natural Selection 2 is the most fun example of that I've ever played. For sure. Like, it works really well. Though, with Natural Selection 2, I'd say it's more about the hard stuff you do as the commander, like doing the research trees and the base building. I'd say there weren't many matches where, in pub matches, the commander was really, like, micromanaging the actual combat of the soldiers. But it definitely was a thing, especially I think in some comp matches, you were the shot caller, and I think that's cool. Missiles away. Missed! He's behind me! I wish I could... You talking about pie in the sky? I wish I could just fucking, like, have Ace Combat voice barks come up in this more often. Like, they already do voice barks. I wish you could just have, like, the Ace Combat prompts come up when they do it. You can hear them in the background now. I just want, like, the arrows to come up, the arrow brackets up the top. Modern man. Yeah, that's why I'm learning C#, right? Ooh, missed. Bad launch, bad launch. Playing DCS really gave me an appreciation for how interesting sensor and missile gameplay can be. Whereas before, you know, I probably would have come in and been like, what's super interesting is having, like, Top Gun style, like, guns, dogfights. I'm gonna fucking die. But then after playing DCS and the depth there, I can definitely see how, like, it's like, okay, that's actually fucking interesting, like, missiles and radar locking and sensors, once that shit is modeled with some level of depth. Like, thinking, like, it'd actually be kind of fucking cool to have, like, a missile type that you could fire at 5k in this game, and it can't, like, dogfight turn, but you're, like, firing off these, like, fucking merge missiles at each other as you joust that are, like, 5k, 10km, like, fucking AMRAAMs and shit in space. It's just, because it's just fucking cool, like, it's just... It's not necessarily even be a good mechanic, it's just like, man, it's so fucking cool though. Like, locking these fucking beam-riding missiles on at like these huge distances and then watching them spiral off, it's fucking awesome, and missiles are awesome. Having that, and then in this game, you'd much more reliably be getting to that gunfight range after that, and then having the gunfight afterwards. Kamala says, I really enjoy Cold War DCS without active radar missiles for a mix of both of those. Yeah, because from a gameplay perspective, like, hang on, before I get into that, Greybot says, I think it would be interesting that the reason the commander player would see from the usual RTS pub due to watching through a drone that can be shut down to be partially blind the commander for what with smart enemies. I almost think it'd be interesting to do, like, AWACS in the way AWACS is, of, like, you have the commander, like, I just think AWACS planes are so fucking cute in real life. I love the idea of, like, you guys having a fight here, and then, like, literally a grid square away, like 10k away, you have your friend in, like, that plane who gets to have, like, a top-down view of your fight. Because then it's also interesting, because then you can have the thing of, like, that ship can be, like, vulnerable as shit. Like, you can then have that interesting gameplay combined arms of, like, okay, some of them actually just try to break off and go fuck up that ship, and then you have to deal with that. You know what I mean? But that's super fucking interesting to me. Or being able to do that for a cap ship, or even having a small ship that does that for the cap ships. Like, I think it's interesting. You could even be, like, zooming your view around, you know, being like, okay, let's, you know, running more than one fight at once. It's so interesting. But anyway, for the Cold War missiles, yeah, I think semi-active is interesting from a video game mechanic view. These guys are gonna fuck me up, there's 4 of them. I gotta kill one really quick. Because they are very much that, like, trade-off counter between attack and defense. You know what I mean? Because you need to keep your nose on the enemy plane to keep the missile locked. I'm so fucked, I didn't get this one, I'm so fucked. Fuck. I need to go back to a medium fighter. Let's go back to a medium fighter. Let's go back to the Barracuda. So, like, it's... when you have fire and forget missiles, like, fully, like active missiles that have their own tracking, then you just fire them off and you can dodge. It's still interesting. And obviously in, like, close-range dogfights, like, that's cool, that's what you're gonna do. But in this long-range kind of gameplay, it is really interesting, that DCS thing you learn of, like, okay, like, I'm keeping my nose on them, but I also want to start evading their missile. Like, you both fire missiles at each other at 10 kilometers out, or 20 kilometers out or whatever, but you both need to keep your noses on each other for those missiles to hit. So, you know, it's like, who pulls off first there? It's very interesting in that sense. It's very, very interesting. I really think it's an interesting, like, game of chicken. Semi-active missile jousting, like, basically before you've merged as jet fighters. That's really interesting in what I've seen of it in DCS. Not enough games embracing Cold War BVR. Yeah, like, that's... just shit like that is one of the many reasons why playing DCS just for, like, a couple of weeks made me realize, like, damn, like... sensors and radars and missiles simulated to this degree, or abstracted to a different degree, but like this, is very fucking interesting, actually. Like, actually very fucking interesting. When you get beyond ace combat and missiles don't just, like, fire and forget the minute you let go of them. Very fucking interesting, actually. Someone said fly-by-wire missiles are fun. You know, honestly, my dream, which I don't think you could ever do for this game, I know you can mod a lot into this game, I don't think you could do this, would be having more than one person in a ship. Because I would fucking love to have a 2-person ship in this, where you have, like, fly-by-wire torpedoes or something. I don't... it's probably not technically possible, but god, I would love that. If you had, like, a 2-seat bomber or something, with these, like, super powerful torpedoes, but they're, like, fly-by-wire. Like, they come out, and then your backseater is, like, locking them on, or literally manually piloting towards their target. It would also be interesting to have a backseater just for, like, situational awareness, and, you know, shit like that as well. I've always loved that. I loved in Battlefield 3 doing, like, 2-seat helicopter stuff with the the TV missiles. Super interesting. Yeah, Battlefield 2, exactly. There's not enough games that do that Battlefield shit of, like, the TV missiles, 2-seat, helicopters. You mean a thing they had in Battlestar was Battlefront 2? Yeah, but, yeah, I know, yeah. They've got it in a few games like that. I love it. I wish they had it in this. You probably love Artemis. Yeah, Artemis is, like, more Star Trek-y. It's alright. I didn't play Artemis, I played Pulsar, sorry. Anyway, Winchester, SRMs. We have no autocannon, but we're all in on the SRMs.
Freelancer Outfit 1. This is Liberty Police, Epsilon 14 to Freelancer Outfit 1-1. I'm commencing a scan on your cargo bay for contraband. You're all clear. Nothing unusual.
Now we got some agility back. Now we can dodge shit, hopefully. Missiles. Cool down. Up, fire. It's just so fucking satisfying. Is it not just so satisfying to watch missile trails go off like that? Is it not just so fucking satisfying to, like, just watch them arc after the target? Watch them turn, watch a ship, like watch a target, like, try to outturn the missile? Ugh, even the near misses are fun to watch. In this game, are you locked into maybe knows wherever your nose is pointing? You move where the mouse is, but, like, you can also do this. You can also engine kill. And you can also, like, thruster side to side. That's all moddable as well. Shields are down. Missiles. They're gonna probably dodge that because of E-kill. Nope, that was a good launch. Got it just in time. That's a dogfight missile. Destroyed. I gotta dodge that. It's behind me. I didn't dodge it soon enough. I was lazy on that one. I have my shields up though. I can get away with it. Oh! Get the shields down. Nice hit. Dodge! It's fucking close. Missiles. I really dig this 2 missile launcher setup. What? Ah, missed. The Seeker, like, stopped at the end, I think. I love firing missiles. I love evading missiles. Great man says if you love missiles, you just play Ace Combat. It's a lot of the missiles. I mean, where do you think the noise comes from? That noise when a missile is ready or fires, these are taken from Ace Combat. I stole those sounds. This is my mod. I stole those sounds from Ace Combat. Same as, like, when I get locked on by a missile. Listen, see if you recognize the sound. That's where I took it from. Listen to the soundtrack. I love it. A lot of inspiration for, this comes from Ace Combat. I think Ace Combat's really fun. Though it is definitely arcade, and I can see that a lot more after playing DCS. And I don't mean that in, like, a snooty, like, elitist way. I mean that literally in, like, I can see how you can do more depth. Yeah, there's the noise. I can see you can do more depth in dogfighting games like this. To really, like, benefit in a fun way. That's a 1. We know we're gonna win the 1. I think it's time to go back to Xenos space. And get those five-player fights again. Those were kicking my ass. Ow, 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 ow. Love a good old missile joust. Oh shit. Evaded. Trying to... Oh, evade. His shield's gonna be back by the time I get back on him. Yeah, just get my shield back. Avalon says, I kinda like DCS, but at the same time I don't have a whole afternoon to do a startup sequence, nylines, etc. I never did that the entire time. I know what you mean, but I really enjoy my 2 weeks of DCS, and all I ever did was fuck around in the editor. I never like fucking took off, if that makes sense, even once. Oh no, I did, that's not true of the SU-25s, but like, I never landed or anything, I was always just dogfighting, and I found that really interesting. I think DCS was surprisingly intuitive for me in that way. I wasn't expecting to actually be able to do that and have fun. Because all you ever hear about DCS is the meme of like, oh man, like, spending an hour before you take off learning the manual. And it isn't like that at all, actually, if you don't want it to be. You can actually just instant action it. Which is what I was really into. Missiles. Low on power. These things aren't power efficient when I'm only using them and not an autocannon as well. That's the one downside of having the double missile loadout here, is in a protracted fight, you can see my energy reserves are starting to get taxed by my shooting. That was a bad missile launch, it's definitely gonna miss. So now I've got to rely on my missiles to do the physical work here. It's lucky there's only one guy left, otherwise I'd probably just be like recharging my batteries here. Oh shit. The AI doesn't really know what a good missile launch is, so they just kind of do a lot of shit by accident. Like when they're E-killing, if you're like, I'll show you, like if you're like doing this, you can't fire missiles accurately. Because you're momentum drifting backwards, so the missile is also affected by your physics when it's launched. So the poor missile's just gonna drift, you know? Because the missile takes your speed as well when it's launched. So the way you launch missiles in this, you know, if you launch a missile while E-killing, it's just not going anywhere. I need to get a good angle on him. Here we go. No, he E-killed it. He drifted it.
I'm under attack.
Clever girl. There we go. That's a furball.
I've got an enemy on my tail.
That's a good launch. Let's go to the Badlands. Let's go get in some trouble. How far are we? It's close, we're about to enter. I love how interesting Freelancer looks. Space doesn't have to look boring. I love the way Freelancer looks in its systems, and they all look different, which is sick. Though, there is similarities in the different, like, faction space areas. Like, if you go to Texas on my left, you know, it gets different suddenly.
Commander, the council is
Ah, Parker Boy, $50 donation, thank you very much.
Parker Boy has just tipped $50.
Holy shit, their guns are a lot of damage, what the fuck? $50 donation, thank you very much, Parker. Ow, 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 oh my god, ah, fuck! Jesus Christ! Oh my god, I came to the wrong fucking... No! Okay, whatever they're fucked. I tend to test my own mods in, like, I just balance for, like, one thing at a time. So, like, this fight here is the fight I've, like, fought 100 times. Whereas those outcasts, I can't remember if they're balanced or they're just, like, not. Anyway, we're gonna go to Colorado. Instead, fuck it. Actually, fuck it, we'll go to the Badlands again, I just try not to find any daggers. Just do a little cheat jump. There we go. We're back. Besides, I like how in Freelancer you can see a nebula from across the sector, but then closer and closer each time you're inside it. Yeah. Each jumping through inside it. Yeah. Yeah, like the skyboxes are like consistent. Like you can see. Hang on, I want to go back out now there because you're right. I want to point that out. That's a really good point. Yeah, so if we're out here, like, that's Rhineland over there, in that direction, isn't it? So yeah, so their space is all orangey, and you can see it. There should be, like... You can see Bretonia, that's Bretonia over there. It's, like, 3 or 4 systems away. They have, like, this big belt of, like, rusty, coppery, like, maroony, like that. Kusari is the lighter blue to the north. And then, I think those are, like, the main ones you can see from here. And you can see it, so like if we go over to the Texas jump gate. Yeah, so that's wrong. What have I done? Hang on. There we go. So we go through the Texas here. Hit this gate. Take a little jump. And now see how it's all suddenly bigger, like we're way more in it now, because we're getting closer. Yeah, like, it's a good point to point it out. It is really cool. It's a fucking sick game. Like, the skyboxes of each system are tailored with that in mind, and I think that's awesome, yeah. It's super cool.
Initiating trade lane sequence.
Don't mind if I do. I also think the idea of trade lanes are just fucking awesome. To compare to Star Citizen, which does, like, you can hyperdrive anywhere and you can go anywhere you want in the system. Okay, sure, who the fuck cares? I love that this game just makes no... Oh, shit! For this exact reason, makes no apologies about, just having space roads. Space roads and space, you know, border crossings. Because it's a great way to guide and consolidate your gameplay. Like, for PvP, this is a godsend. Not even for PvE, but for PvP, both, but for PvP especially, this is a fucking godsend when you play this game in multiplayer. Because you can shoot these things out, that's what just happened to me there. You can go up and shoot them out, you don't destroy them permanently, but for the next 20 seconds, they're offline, and then when someone comes through, they get highway robbery kicked out, like I did. And you can keep shooting them to keep them down. So what pirate players do in the multiplayer of this game is they'll sit on these trade lanes, and they'll just shoot them out. A trader comes through with a fat load of cargo, and then you rob them. And you know, it's a really good thing to do, because yeah, space is fucking empty a lot of the time. So it's fantastic to have this kind of... Where do I want to go? Hudson? Where is this? I don't think I can actually jump anywhere else, but we'll give it a go. It concentrates your gameplay in a really good way. And it also makes a trade-off then. So if you go out in the deep space to hunt something particular, or like you want... Oh shit, here we go, see? Because the NPCs do it too, see I'm getting pirated. Then, you know, there's a big difference to being near the lanes and being able to slip into them for safety and escaping attackers compared to being out on your own, like out in the middle of nowhere. There's also something really fun about it, is because it comes back when you don't keep the lane down, there it goes. It also allows you to have gameplay where you don't have to fight off the pirates completely. You can just, like, buy enough time, survive long enough until the gate comes back up, and then slip through it. And they'll be trying to stop you. They'll be trying to keep the gate down when you get close to it again. So it's kind of like this cat and mouse game of, like, trying to live long enough against, you know, their pirate ambush while you try to slip in and get away from them. It's great stuff, you know. This isn't theory. I've played a lot of this in multiplayer, and it really works great. Now, we locked off the gates so that you were only able to, in this mod, go between these three. So I don't think I can go through here with this mod on.
Dock access denied.
No, I can't. I don't think there's any cheat way to get around that either. There was a way, but I think Urk fixed it. Let's see. There was an exploit to get past what we'd done, but I think Urk fixed it. Let's see. No, he fixed it, yeah. He used to be able to formation dock with NPC traffic and use that to, like, go through.
Dock access denied.
But no, we patched that out because people use that. There is one way I can do it, actually. Because I can go to my save before I started playing this mod that we accidentally clicked on yesterday.
Freelancer Alpha 1 dash.
Because this is before I installed this and made this mod.
You are cleared for launch. Good journey.
Radiation
So
damage.
this is not really with the mod. I got, like, vanilla weapons. This is all more vanilla Freelancer, but you can see how, like, how fucking different everything looks, right? There's a fucking neutron star here that's, like, slowly irradiating your hull the longer you're in it. This is out in, yeah. These are the border worlds, Omega 41 and shit. The closer you get to the neutron star, I think the more you get fucked up too. Let's go through the Omicrons. This game is so pretty. Please get away from me, you fuckers. Go through the jump hole. You go to a place like this. It's always something different, you know? Every system has like its own unique flavor, even the more forgettable ones. Would you open up more systems if the playbase was big enough? Yeah, that was the idea. Get me away so I can think. I like to play these games. I mean, I like to balance and design things with as few moving parts as possible, if that makes sense. So I don't like to start with, you know, there's 50 guns in this game, I'm going to try to make this game fun. I like to go, okay, let's remove 47 of the guns, only have 3 of them for now, and then try and make, you know, not have 50 ships, let's just make it 3 ships, and then just try and make combat with those 3 guns and those 3 ships as fucking fun and awesome as possible. And when that feels really fucking good, then expand and introduce more guns and more ships again. And that's kind of my approach with this, to these systems as well. Of like, just start off with these 3. Because also when you're doing multiplayer, the benefit there is you're keeping a smaller player base more likely to see each other. If you have all the systems available and you have like 5 players, you're never going to see another soul, you know? So yeah, that was always the plan, is just start off with a very few small systems, and then, you know, as players come and as the game goes on, add more systems as needed. I try to, you know, cut down on bloat and stuff and just have as much as I think, you know, is worth having. And I'm always like that with balancing and designing stuff. Sigma 17, let's go to Sigma 17, hell yeah. Because that takes me up to the towels, right? Where's my favorite? Yeah, it takes me up to Omicron Beta, that's what I want. Okay, so take me to Sigma 17.
Danger. Radiation damage detected. Go to.
There it is.
Reached.
I love exploring the systems in Freelancer. It's so cool when you're like... Because we were just talking about like civilization, trade lanes and all that stuff. It's so cool when you get out here and like... There's none of that. Like out here in the border worlds, beyond like civilized faction space, there are no trade lanes. There's nothing like that. You know, it's very different and it provides a very different feel. You very much feel like you're out here on your own, you know? Oh Jesus, that's a fucking planet in the fog. Hey, what up? That's a corporation planet. What is that? Samura. I think they're... What is Samura again? What's their deal? Look at the rep map. Samura Industries are a Kusari industry. The Control Hole Industries. Okay, I forget what their main thing is. I feel like they do a lot, I guess. This game has like little wrecks as well that you can find if you go hunting around for them. It's where all the best guns come from in vanilla.
Danger. Radiation damage.
There's certain wrecks have like super powered like codename weapons. You come and shoot them, see, and like loot falls out. They're basically just loot boxes. And they also have little stories. Little stories. Samura's heavy machinery and mining. Kishio's sciencey tech. One of my favorite things is the fucking hydrogen mining clouds. I want to go to them, but first let's go over here. Can I use this because I'm hostile? I can still use it, yeah. But there's a lot, you know, the game has a lot of systems and they're really interesting. GMG, that's it, GMG, yeah. GMG is the Gas Miners Guild. Oh, here's one of those clouds I wanted to show you. Perfect. Because we're kind of in Kusari right now. Where I want to go is... Fucking ow? Oh, you've got light ACs. I don't want to go... I want to go into the Omicrons. I want to go into the ones along here. I can't remember where they are. Can we see New York, by the way, now? If I look in this direction? No, there's too much Kusari stuff in the way. But take me to the gas cloud. So these clouds are really interesting. These are like hydrogen fuel clouds that get mined for, you know, the same. What's really interesting about these is they're kind of like little natural minefields. spa cruise. They do leisure lines.
Efficiency reduced.
So you come in here. These usually have the gas pockets, so I haven't hit any yet. Where are the gas pockets around here? There's a gas miner.
Impact missile.
Just keep going through it. I love the use of nebulas in this too to like really limit visibility and be like fog clouds. Really fun. Where's the guy going to go to get blown up by hydrogen around here?
Go to.
Only some of the Sigma Cloud areas have volatile boom boom pockets. Isn't there a thing for it up here? Like a danger map? Mineable zones map. Ah!
Warning. Sensor efficiency reduced.
You'd think it'd be here where all the gas miners are.
Go to.
But I don't know how to find it. I don't remember how to find them anymore. Don't do that, mate.
Impact missile.
If you know where some of the wrecks are, there should be some exploding pockets around those. I actually don't, off default. I want to see it. I want to see the blow-ups. I thought you used to be able to see them on map, but I guess not. Oh well. How well? Where do I want to go next? This takes me to... Where does this take me to? I feel like I went the wrong way. I want to get to Omicron Beta, which I'm going to get to through... What's this jump? Omicron Theta, Omicron Beta. Oh shit. Sigma 13, Sigma 19. What is that connection? It's hard to see on the map. Omicron. Oh, hang on. Is it back here? Oh, I was okay. Where am I now? Sigma 17. Yeah, hang on. I need to go back to Sigma 17. It's like a snakes and ladder one. It's like a big one. I went the wrong way. Yeah, we're going to Cartel World. That's right. Because the Omicrons are really pretty. That's what I'm trying to show you. Is this the one? This is Sigma 17. Now we're going to go back to Omicron Theta, which I think is where we first came from. Obviously, when you play this game for real, you don't just dev cheat yourself around, but I'm just trying to show you things. If you do, you get banned from the multiplayer server. But just in case no one understood that, these are dev commands. Omicron Alpha, that's what we wanted the whole time. That's gonna take us all the way up here. Yeah, the Hispania is fun to fly around. When we did like rare raids against the Outcasts, we learned to fly around that too. All the way to Omicron Alpha. And I can go to Omicron Beta in a second, but first have a look at Alpha as well. Jump out of the cloud. Alpha's pretty too. So this is the home planet of, over there, the home planet of the Outcasts. You might be noticing that it's called Planet Malta. Yes. They're like... they're like an Italian and Hispanic mafia cartel, right? Is the Outcasts? That's like their thing. Of course, everyone who roleplayed as them on Discovery, like, roleplayed as like the literal, like, Godfather mob. I think the lore, if I remember for the Outcast, is like, they got this like sweet planet here, but then like, yeah, that's right. They arrived on with their sleeper ship, which is around here somewhere too. Where is it? On this planet Malta, and they you know started coming and living there. But like, there's this thing there that, from the plants called cardamine, which makes you addicted to it like a drug, basically. And so they fly around with these rebreathers on all the time, always needing to breathe it in or you die. Here's their sleeper ship, because these sleeper ships are how everybody got here from the Sol system, from our Earth system. These giant ships that, like, hyper-light space, you know, across the universe to come to this star sector. So there's the Hispania. Yes, of course, you can fly in it, of course. Of course you can fly around it. Ah. Yeah. Come and hide in it and shit. See, it'd be cool if you could get the sensor gameplay in this to actually respect occlusion somehow. You probably can't, but it'd be cool if you could, like, hide in there. Or just, like, turn your ship off. Power down, like with MechWarrior Online. Here it looks banged up, yeah. If you come over here. Top 37. Last time we did, like, we've done this before, but last time we also came to Tau 37 because it's a beautiful place. Briefly take you in. Tau 37, you might have seen in that video yesterday if you were paying attention, it's like the Cloud District, literally. It's very cool. Is there any lore reason like running into space debris, or did the colonists dismantle after the trip? Yeah, so the way it was is that their ship, the Hispania, is like a secret one basically that's been forgotten about. So basically there was the four major houses, the Japanese ship, the British ship, the American ship, and the German ship. All had sleeper ships, right? And there was another one, the Hispania, but it got people say it got sabotaged basically. Oh! Okay. Well, whatever that missile is, one-shots me. But yeah, like, apparently they say it got sabotaged by the other nations or something, or by the communists, one or the other. So theirs didn't make it in deep enough and ended up being stricken there, essentially. Luckily it auto-saves. And, yeah, so they were kind of like stuck there with Planet Malta, they named it. But I really love this system. This system had some pretty good dogfights for us back in the day. This was one of our border places between the Outcasts and our stomping grounds. But I just like how they like went for like this really like Earth-like looking sky here. Like, what scientific reason is there for this star system to look like this? You know, to look like blue skies with a golden sun up above. I don't fucking know, and I don't care. It just looks awesome. I love it. I think it's way, way cooler than, you know, anything else. Avalon Hall says, is this actual lore, or is this lore established by the universe? I believe the Hispania lore is actual lore. Because the Hispania is part of the base game. Hence how you can, you know, see it right now. Let me go back through here. Gonna go to... which one I want to go to now? Omicron Beta, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go to Omicron Beta.
Danger.
And then you get onto the nomad systems, basically. And these systems are the complete boonies. So we've been in border worlds and, like, systems that are still, like, inhabited, but inhabited by, like... Wait, have I already been in this one? Inhabited by, like, you know, more fringe or illegal, like, you know, non-legal factions. Or people out there from mining and stuff. But then you get into the nomad systems, which are like true frontier, like no one lives there. I'm trying to remember... Where is the... I gotta look it up. Hang on. I gotta look up how to get out to the real, like, Omicron Gamma. That's what I want to get to. I want to get to Omicron Gamma. Anybody know how to get to Omicron Gamma real quick? I think I can use Freelancer Companion for it. Zoners live there. True, zoners live in one of them, but I know there's some that are like secret systems that you find the jump holes for. Omicron Gamma has kind of Crete. Not that one then, it's the one with literally no one in it. Is it Omicron Major? It might be Omicron Major and Omicron Minor. The one with like the monkey. The monkey station is in one of them. Omicron Major. Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of. So I think Gamma's the one the Outcasts are actually in, maybe. How do we get to Omicron Minor? I'm just looking it up. Unknown jump hole, that's how. I think we need to go back to the Corsairs. Major thing is the Dyson Sphere. Yeah, can't you get to one of them through here then? Let me see. I'm in Omicron Beta right now. But it just goes to Sigma 19. It doesn't go where I want. What about... Oh, there's an unknown jump hole back in Omicron Alpha. That's probably what I want. Hang on, go back. Go back, go back, go back. It's like old knowledge, you know. This is old knowledge for me. Hang on, I gotta bring it back up too. We'll see where unknown jump hole takes us. It might be what we want. Here we go. Hey! I don't remember this. I do not remember this at all. The fuck is this? It's gonna look different to me too, I guess, because like I've got like an HD systems backgrounds pack on, which is gonna make things look different. It's like the Tyranid system. Yeah, this is weird.
Danger.
Oh! Fuck! The sun! The sun! Ow, my ship! Oh, that sun's really small. I thought I was ages away from it. Oh shit, nomads. Aliens! How much damage do aliens do? This game has aliens in it, yeah. The story for this game, like the campaign for this game is really good. Jellies! So this is like true boonies, and I love that this game has that feeling to it, you know, like... It really has that feeling of... You know, you start out, like, in the middle of civilization, basically, in New York. You know, it's built up everywhere, and you slowly move out into the different houses all around. You know, you move out to these border worlds, these connective tissue systems that are, like, flyover states, basically. You know, you have these border systems, fringe systems, and you have, like, true, like, out there frontiers. of like straight up just unknown systems. Like, they don't even, yeah, you're just in the middle of fucking nowhere, like. And that's a big reason why I was saying I think that kind of Tarkov raid, loot, and horde kind of gameplay would be really cool. Oh god, what the fuck is this? Oh god, are those like the gas clouds? Because like, I think it'd be really cool to have that risk-reward, but it's like, okay, you start out like really safe in civilization, but then like, you know, you're like experienced, you're going far out, you're taking your cool shit, you're taking a few friends, and you're going out like here to like fucking unknown system, like Omicron, wherever the fuck, right? You're fighting aliens and shit. And it's interesting then because you have like a long way to bring your loot back to where you want to sell it. You know what I mean? Anyway, is there anything more from here, or is this like it? Unknown. Has Omicron Alpha jump hole, that's it. What about the other one? The other one is Omicron Gamma jump hole. With Planet Primus and Planet Gamu. It's just like everything from Eve, Low and Nelson to bring dangers and profits. Yeah, and I think it's cool to like go on a fucking trip, you know what I mean? You can find cool stuff. Anyway, it's probably enough for now though anyway, but... I just love to go around and see all this weird shit, you know? There's still a system out here I can't find again that looks kind of like Tau 37, like it's cloudy and it's full of nomads. Maybe Disco added it, I can't find it again now. But back in the day, before you knew everything was and you weren't using programs like the one I just was to tell you everything is, there's really something to be said for the discovery aspect of this game of like exploring, going out there and like actually finding the jump holes, the shipwrecks and stuff. I think it'd be cool to like, have a plugin or something that like randomizes where the wrecks are and the jump holes are. So there's like actually a point to exploring and shit, like you gotta go around every week and find again, you know, the jump holes, shift, stuff like that. Randomize shit up. Anyway, one more fight. Wow, that's fucking bad, oh my god. There's 8 of them. Too many. I want to fight, not a slaughter. Yeah, and it's interesting then for trading too, because long distance trading is always interesting with pirates. The further you go, the more pirates you're gonna have. Or more risk, that is. But someone says my favorites are the border systems where you can see black because there's nebula everywhere, so it's kind of like seeing the abyss, the edge of reality. Yeah, when you get to the edge of the Sirius sector, it's really cool, I agree. We lost a few of them, here we go. You gotta like engine kill to drift past these asteroids so you don't like fighter jet into them. Like that. It's interesting. Missiles away. Destroyed. You gotta like drift around the asteroids and shit, it's really cool. That's what I mean, like you just don't get this shit in Star Citizen, in any Star Citizen I've ever played. Because Star Citizen is just like, what if we were realistic? And the problem is being realistic stops you from like easily doing all this fucking interesting shit. Like all these crazy looking space systems. Like all these cool concepts. Like all this interesting terrain. Star Citizen just doesn't do that shit, because it's all gonna be like scientific and realistic. And that sucks, man. I don't want to play the game that is made by Neil deGrasse Tyson, because he's a fucking fun suck, and so is a game based on reality. You know what I mean? It's fun to have a game that absolutely holds no bars about being science fantasy, science fiction fantasy. Because you have so much fun that way. Except all of the politics is completely unrealistic. What do you mean? In this or Star Citizen? In Star Citizen, Chris Roberts' magnum opus, or in this, where we literally have Space America, Space Britain, Space Japan, and Space Germany. In Star Citizen, I don't even know much about the politics in Star Citizen, so I don't even know what they are to agree with you, honestly. What are they? I love being able to see the background of the sun, like the glow of it through the nebula, but not actually being able to see it. I think that's so cool. There's just such like memorable views and experiences in this game for me. Oh fuck. Yeah, these fucking asteroids. It's kind of like a forest. Like imagine if you had cap ships and you try to cap ship in here, right? Like it's not gonna work. Oh fuck. We used to rely on that a lot against enemy cap ships in the asteroid field we border patrolled in. They'd bounce off the asteroid if they tried to chase you. It was very hard for them. Usually only gunboats could follow us in there. But then if you went into that cloud system I showed you, that's where the enemy battleships really tended to have room to maneuver. That's why in the combined arms ideas of this game, I tend to think of normal fighters as like infantry, you know what I mean? And then bigger than that, you're getting into like, you know, tanks. Vehicles, if that's, you know, how I'd put it. Ooh, nice dodge. I love fighting this AI, man. I feel like it's so competent. I feel like it's a real challenge every time. Even when I've got the odds and I know I'm gonna win the fight, I really enjoy the chase, you know what I mean? It's a good hunt. I always gotta work for it, and that's what I wanted, you know, that's why I made it like that. I always wanted to have this game feel like you have to work for it, because in default, Freelancer, it's not much of a challenge, right? You know, it's not made to be, and it isn't. But these guys fuck. And I love that. See ya. I'd love to, like, start bringing in bigger ships, and start having, like, you know, rogue gunboats and shit in there, so that you have to, like, go, okay, fuck, you know, how the fuck am I gonna deal with that? Something different. Like when we fought those mule combat freighters yesterday, and they were kind of like improvised gunships, big and armored with turrets going around them. The thing about capital ships that's different from fighters in this too, is that fighters in this tend to have guns that gimbal a bit, but mainly face forward. While, meanwhile, bigger ships have 360-degree turning turrets, so they don't have to play the turning game. You're always going to be hitting them because they can't evade your fire, but they can just be shooting you like 360 while you're flying around them, being like the little angry gnats, you know? Rather lenient with the collisions. Yeah, Freelancer doesn't like blow you up when you hit shit. Especially if you have your shield up. You don't take a lot of damage from hitting shit at all. I think it's fine. You know, you can turn that up to be more punishing. I think it's fine, honestly. Especially because the AI would just instantly die in fights like this too. But it's not like Ace Combat where, like, you hit terrain and you die. Like, you can straight up just go, like, donk. And kind of pinball. It's, like, less advised if your shield is down, but it's still fine, you know? Imagine if you could do that mech warrior online, shut your ship down to not be on censor shit, but with a cap ship in here. Just be like a fucking frigate, like a small cap, and just turn yourself upside down like this so you look like the fucking asteroids. The shards. With your with your engine off. Beagle just wants to do That's No Moon, but to other people in a multiplayer game. I love this game, man. I'm gonna keep playing this game this year. I really enjoy it. I came back to this game because I was complaining about games too much, and I was like, what games do I love? Why don't I play games I love more? So here I am back in Freelancer. McBanny says, I remember in Project Wingman you played the whole campaign not realizing that destroyed planes preserve their hitbox, and we found out in that roguelite mode. Yeah! Yeah, man! The number of times I flew through the explosion in Project Wingman, like, yeah, no, it's fine, like, it can't hurt you. And then I fucking died to it in the roguelike mode right after, like, holy shit, how many times did I nearly die in those campaign missions? Joker says, I remember mods for Freelancer back in the day where you could pilot capital ships. The physics used to be pretty wonky though. If anything slept into you, spin like a top forever, yeah. Hey, it works though, man, like, it works. Okay, I'm gonna show you, as we end today, one of my favorites, favorite things to look at too. I'm gonna pull up Y85. Byzantine says, tried Flak 88 after you showed off all of this work weeks ago and was sweating versus AI jumping me on trade lanes, then fought vanilla AI and fell asleep. Yeah, exactly. I hate that fall asleep feeling, exactly. Absolutely. This guy's really cool. His name's Y45. Every time you've seen a missile go off, you've been watching this guy's missile trail mod effects. He's a long-time modder and now a indie game dev on his own right who makes Tiny Combat Arena, because he's a jet guy as well. You can buy this game, by the way. It's on Steam. I follow him and he's always doing updates to it. So check this out if you're interested in it, if you've never heard of it. But anyway, all of the missile trail effects that are really buffed up and look really super cool, that's his modding work. He even like talked to me in Discord and helped me figure out why it wasn't working, which was really nice of him when I was making this mod more seriously a few years ago, the first time I started making it. But yeah, he's like a long-term like freelancer mod guy as well. And if I scroll down beyond this Tiny Combat stuff, you'll see the old videos of it. He's the guy with the Macross Missile one, I think, too. He does like cool modding stuff, which I want to show you because it's really fun to watch. This game is really moddable. Freelancer is really moddable, and it's really fun to see all the different ways. Like, there's a lot of different approaches to it. Where is it? Have I ever seen that one? Liberty Fleet Assemble? Oh, did he complete this? The one where it's like the little defenders flying together. Did he actually add more to it? That's interesting. He was like making Freelancer in Unity for a bit. He's been working on Tiny Combat for ages. Lots and lots and lots of videos. But I know it's down here, very down here. I saw them when I was doing Discovery way back in the day. They're like 10 years old. That's why they're down at the bottom. Homeworld 1. I should have just sorted by date. I'm an idiot. Here we go. Now we're getting into it. What do we got? This was like with the turrets that go all the way around or something. What was this? Oh, this was like the flak effects. That's right. I've shown you guys this before, but I just want to like skim through them again quick because they're super cool. 88 Flak is a mod that I borrowed like the basis for a lot of AI work from as well. Like to learn how the AI worked and to add more stuff on top of. So I also got to give big shout outs to 88 Flak all the time because I kind of like went forward from them, and their mod is very helpful in like reverse engineering to see what to do. 88 Flak is like the Quake mod of Freelancer. Tano Circus, that's what he called it. That's right. With all the fucking missiles. I'll skim through these, I'll find what I want. Oh, I had a no-spin mod, that's right, too, to make the cap ships not do that spinning we were just talking about. Yeah, Free World Tides of War. Free World Tides of War is the one I was telling you guys about that had, like, the carrier gameplay. Here, I'll show you some of these, too, because people keep asking about capital ships who aren't, like, freelancer players, so I can show you through this. This is, like, This is just like a little Dahiran chat like puff piece video, right? Yeah. Aw, little HUD on the cockpits, that's cute. He did like the conning tower through the fog of the Liberty Dreadnought. This is anti-fighter turrets and 2 long-range missile turrets. And this is with flak turrets, right? Yeah. He like modded flak turrets into the game that like actually do like a flak screen. Which is pretty sick. You can see it popping off all around. This is it as well, right? Yeah. It's pretty cool. World War II gaming, doing flak screens and shit. That's cool. This is like a modded capital ship, like reactor explosion, I think. Oh, that's cool. Very cool. I love those missile trail effects. They're so nice. You can do a lot of like pretty visual effect stuff in Freelancer. There's a lot of like room to fuck with that, which is cool. Kind of sick a stress test, which is the one with the... Oh, he did like a nuke missile? Yeah, you can just do like a lot of really cool shit with mods. Reaction missile gameplay. Torpedoes have been adjusted to be mounted on fighters in pairs. Oh! Torpedoes. Oh shit, cool. Any explosions? This is just like... doing like explosions around in the battle, right? Yeah. There's like the Macross missile system going off. He's done like cruise missiles, like what we were talking about before, like having like a missile cruiser cap. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Doing like a legit like missile cruiser with vertical launch. How sick is that? ICBM cap ship. That's so fucking rad. And I think it's fun to do the dogfight in close, but really that BVR shit, that's where cap ship gameplay should shine, I think. Because in any Freelancer mod I've ever played, they're just like bigger fighters that are just like stupid. They don't really fit in the gameplay. I'd love to see caps as more like this kind of shit of like really pondering and deliberate, and they've got like a lot of long-range weapons like this. Like you are having like the 10k versus 10k like cruise missile fights and shit like this. The fleet railguns and stuff. Super cool. Like an Eve. I've never really played Eve, but yeah, as I understand it, yeah, like cap ships like not just feeling like an oversized fighter, but like really feeling like big weighty ships and having their own purpose to exist rather than just like it's cool to have a big ship. That's so sick. Yeah, if you're a Star Wars fan, by the way, this Star Wars mod is like really good for this game too. One of the most technically advanced mods for this game there is, I believe. Are there any LRM boats equivalents where you keep poking enemies from long range? Yeah, like, I guess it'd be kind of like that, right, Bounty? Like, there isn't in the game default, but you can mod it, yeah. I think Battletech's a good place to look to as well. Like, Ace Combat and Jets is a good place to look to. But Battletech, I think, is a good place to look for inspiration as well in combat, especially as you upsize the ships for that kind of, like, trading paint, trading hull. It's not about dodging, it's about, like, you know, yeah, LRM boating, have those long-range PPCs and shit. The Star Destroyers are huge. It's really cool. I've never played this mod, but I've looked at it a lot, and it's really cool looking. Battletech has its navies as such. Well, I mean, off the Battletech Met combat, but yeah. I don't know anything about the Navy. Cool. This isn't Bretonia, that Maroon system I was telling you about. And this is... this is like the Macross-inspired mod he did. Which you'll see in a second why. As soon as he fires a missile. All the missiles! You can do a lot with this game. It's like really moddable, which is so cool. You can like super change the gameplay up in a lot of different ways. It makes it like a really fertile ground to like try and do your own vision in, you know? You can get really far from vanilla, or you can stay close and just enhance it. Make a shit that's basically Crimson's one play. And that's the fun thing about doing that kind of progression Tarkov play, right? Is we can do stuff like that, you know? We can do like, okay, you start off with combat looking very, very similar to what I have right now and when I dogfight on the game. But you can change it up to be like, okay, you know, maybe you like go out into those, you know, you're a fucking high-level player. You go out into those alien systems, you loot the parts of the ship, you assemble your advanced prototype ship, and you got like the fucking, you know, the like endgame of the Ace Combat campaign ships that have like a special weapon built into the hull that's like this, that just fires off like missile pods and shit. You know, or it's got like a vampire drive that like siphons health from the enemy, siphons hull from the enemy when you hit them and stuff like that, you know? Like, the ability, the fact that you can do so much crazy, wacky shit in the engine with modding means that you can have like a really grounded base game, but then have like really wacky, crazy shit you can go out and get there as like level ups. And like shit to work towards, like fuck, I want to get like the Macross missile ship. I want to level up and get the ICBM cruiser, you know? I want to get the scanner that can scan through nebulas from 50k away, that kind of shit. I want to get all this overpowered shit. I like that, you know, there's already a lot of depth in the game, and then there's room for a lot more of depth. And not just in, like, numbers going up, but, like, in actual mechanical depth. There's a lot of room to, like, keep expanding, and I think that's sick. Really cool shit. Here, before I go for the day, I just want to look up, Free World's Tides of War. I just want to look up one of the videos for it and show you what I mean about the carrier gameplay. Free World's Tides of War, Pirate Asteroid, player captured battle scene, player captured battleship movie. That's not what we want. We want here.
Hello everybody, my name. Each ship now has its own engine globe. So that's the
These guys did so much technical shit to this mod. I never played it, but just seeing the videos, they did so much to Freelancer to make it how they wanted. Like, even just this shit everywhere, like, what the fuck? This is new to me.
Which I'm quite proud of.
They've got, like,
A
fucking...
lot of work from the team. So you can see this Krillian...
like, NATO symbology going on and shit.
So this is just a kind of a mini 3 textures. And what this does is allow us to...
Is he, like, free cam? He's in, like, a camera ship, I think.
...for the ship are...
He's in, like, a camera drone. That's cool.
Server. This is obviously taxing to the server.
Videos. What do we got? Homeworld fleet markers. Oh, you're right! They're Homeworld fleet markers, you're right! Character creation, you could be a Wookiee. Dynamic persistent Rex. Really? That's cool. Fire linking? What's that? Wait, rate of fire controls. Oh, what?! That's cool. They're like changing the fire mode for the linked weapons. That's so cool, man. They did so much impressive technical work on this, it's crazy. You can just do that? Well, they like, would have been coding the shit out of this. Like, this has been really hard modding. That's so sick. Auto turret feature. Oh, I wanted this too. This is like turrets that fire automatically.
Wanaka has now put that into game, and I'm just showing you how it all works.
I've always heard it's very buggy.
Auto turret feature activated right now, and you can see as I'm selecting.
But just have like your turrets attack automatically. I think that's really essential for cap ship play.
Those particular targets. It's a pretty amazing thing.
Unfortunately, it's like kind of hard to do. Like, but I think they did it, but then it was buggy. If I ever like got a Freelancer mod to a point of cap ships, I'd hope you'd be able to do that again. Here we go, carrier and NPC control demo. This also is so impressive.
Hello everyone, it's Dev here. Anyway, I'd just like to show you a video today showing the work I've been doing recently on NPC AI control. And
I'm just gonna watch this.
With the intention of being able to properly implement carriers and improve in-game battles and such, make fighters more common. It tends to be lacking. We tend to not have enough fighters in any fight that we have. So, anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn some ships out of this Imperial escort carrier that I have to them flying, and then I'll spawn the target and have them go attack it. Just a simple demo, just to show proof of concept stuff. Anyway, so shoot these two guys off. So what I've done is I've set up.
I like their markers.
They launch out at some given velocity, and then I have them sort of curl around set a couple waypoints, and then curl around in formation. And anyway, there they go. A small few more. So the AI is a little rough. They're not the greatest at flying. I think it's just, especially formations with big ships, they jerk around a little. See what we can do about that. Work in progress. However, they do seem to form up better when the carrier is moving. So, I guess we'll stick with 10. 10 will work. Come on.
Even just that is so cool. I love the idea of being able to like work with the AI wingmen more. Whether you're a carrier or not. AI, Flak 88 lets you like hire, I think, NPCs to like be your wingmen to go out and do missions with. I think that's really cool. I think that's really awesome. Being able to like hire people to come fly with you as AI.
Well, you tried, guys. You tried. Points for trying.
Especially if you're a solo player, right? Really cool.
Okay. Okay. Spawn a target. If you notice, I've been just using text commands. That's just temporary while I'm working on it. We'll have it nicely integrated with some control scheme and such. So those guys go attack. Go, my minions.
God, that's so cool.
Fly, my pretties.
I want to be the carrier.
I've set his hit points really low, just so this video doesn't take 20 minutes.
I want to be the carrier spitting my little bee drones out.
Yeah. Commanding other things. Then whoever players don't take, the carrier can control. And then when everybody's done, the carrier can take them all back in the little dock, and everyone's happy. Back. And then they'll try to...
That's so cool. That reminds me, they have player docking too, right? Because there's that one, and then there's Dixon improvements. It's like one of the other ones. Here it is. Because then you can do that for AI, but then it is for players too, right? With their mod.
By the numbers.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Typhoon 2 standing by.
Being able to do like player
Clear. Typhon 2 launch.
carrier shit is so cool. Fucking hell. That was always the dream with Disco, I know. And then you can dock again. That's so cool! Especially because that's the way you repair your ship in Freelancer and like get new ammo supplies and stuff.
Too clear. Strap it.
And also because you can like put certain modules on bigger ships like that. That's really cool. Man, it's so cool. Because it goes hand in hand with that thing of like, if you go out to the boonies, like out to those real far sectors, right? You probably want to take something like that. You want like to take a really big ship that can carry all your supplies, carry all the loot you're going to get, and then ideally, you know, if you have like a player carrier, dock on it, repair out there in the field, fill up all your ammo and stuff like that. It'd be sick. Anyway, I've waffled enough. Hope you've enjoyed our hour of Freelancer. I always enjoy playing Freelancer at the end of the streams. But I love it. I love Freelancer so much. It's such a cool game. Because, you know, like, it's how people are so excited for Star Citizen, right? And it's with good reason. It's a great concept. Well, that game exists. It's out. It's been out since 2003. Just, it's not quite everything that they bloat promised Star Citizen to be, and that's why it works and exists. You know, it's funny because back then, I heard the rumors when I was loving Freelancer of like, oh, you know, Microsoft stopped Chris Roberts from making Freelancer as much as he wanted, and they cancelled Freelancer 2 because it was too much. He was trying to do too much of it. And it's, you know, back before 2012, you're like, oh, those capitalist fuckers ruining the game we could have had. And then you watch what he's done with Star Citizen, and you're just like, thank fucking God Microsoft stepped in and kept some reins on him for Freelancer, or this game would be so fucking bad, and it would it would be dog shit. Thank fucking God someone sane clearly had like a lasso on Chris Roberts for Freelancer. Thank fuck. Anyway, Oh, Parker Boy. Oh, Parker Boy, this is what you donated for, I see. Remember when Parker Boy donated $50? Parker Boy pinged me in general in Discord and said, Beagle, this is a free course. 14 projects in a modern popular language. C-Pound. Just C-Pound. This is the language you need to learn to mod RimWorld beyond editing text files. It's not going to be all you need to know by any means, but if you do all 14, you'll probably have a very good idea of whether or not you hate it. I will give you $50 now and another $150 to do sections 1 to 4 and $250 to do 5 to 9. Yo! Why, Parker? Are you still here? You're gonna bribe me to learn? That's so fucking cool of you. That's like the best kind of motivation you can give to someone like me. Getting paid to do it? Hell yeah. Paid to learn? That's sick, Parker. I don't know if Parker's here right now, so I gotta reply to him on Discord anyway. Let me thank my other subs and dubs too. It's like a sponsorship but for knowledge. It is. Maybe that'll convince me to do it. I want to thank again as I finish the stream here. I want to thank again very much Nikki H, that £1,000 donation that was in between the streams. Honestly, just got to be said again. So fucking generous. Thank you so much for that. It is really kind and it really helps us out. Thank you so much for that. Archangel141, 41-month sub. Thank you very much for that too. Lloyd Boy, 41-month sub. Harmon Snow, 46-month sub. Oreo Souls, 10-month sub. The Annoying Flying Thing, 22 months. Coffee Brand, 84 months. Long time. Obvious, thank you again for the raid of 210. I hope you, obvious viewers, had a good time. Thunderpants1138, subscribe. Welcome to subscribing Thunderpants. Blade Tycon, 53-month sub. Jake Monroe, 92 months. Wyvern's Art Dragon, 16 months. 5.9, 102 months sub. 5.9 is the tip of the spear, leading the charge. Thank you, 5.9. That is a long time. It just keeps getting longer. Mogdash, 83-month sub. Wyvern's Art Dragon, 16-month sub. Thank you very much. Shakulti, 45-month sub. Jake Monroe, the 92 months. J-Chiz, 50-month sub. Brenshar, 52-month sub. Tesla Matt, 22-month sub. Thank you to Dr. Danger for the $10 sub. And thank you again to Parker Boy for the $50 bribery donation. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. You know what? I might just learn something. I can do it. I learned a bit of SQF to make missions in Operation Flashpoint. I've dabbled with exposed variables in files, in XMLs and INIs. I could do this. I could learn a skill that's useful to me and bolsters my everyday pursuits. I could do it. Maybe. I could maybe do it. Alright. We'll see. I'm going to sign off for now. That's very, very nice of you to do that, honestly, Parker Boy. It's a really nice thing to do. Just all for my benefit. How kind. Who are we going to raid? It is time to raid. Momentary is playing Hardspace Shipbreaker. What a perfect thing to raid into. It's a space game. There you go. Alright. Guys, I'll see you next weekend for more video games. Including I'm going to be doing a Warlander sponsored stream, likely on the first day back, so on the Friday. So 3 days off, and then I'll see you for something, and then some Warlander. Make sure to join the Discord if you want to talk to us. If you like Freelancer, make sure to join the Discord and join the Freelancer channel. Come and find it and chat about it there. Where I'm going to post any updates if I do get into doing this mod again more. Hopefully I will. Go in there every day if you want to see more, and ping me and say, work on your fucking mod. You know, it'll help me, just like that. You can do that for me for a lot of things, guys, you know. You can at me as much as you want, and you won't get banned. You can at me and be like, hey, when's the last time you, like, did some exercise? Hey, go touch grass. Hey, drink a protein milkshake. Eat right. You know what, you want to do that shit? It's basically just the putting emotional labor on you, you know, to help remind me and motivate me to do things better with my life than just kind of stare at the screen. So, hey, if you enjoy doing it, make sure to ping me. It's a great time. I know people like Ingridon love to ping me, so... Well, would love to ping me. That's not true, Ingridon. You don't love to ping me at all, actually. But I bet you would if you felt confident. Anyway. I have 7 pings now. Awesome. Okay, I'll see you guys next weekend. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy Momentary stream. Great friend of mine of the Rats PMC and Armor Group. Plays a lot of fun games. Check him out. I'll see you all next weekend. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good one. See you later.